Most scholars agree the earliest forms of writing appeared around 5,500 years ago, and due to countless interesting books that have been found in recent years, they've helped us put together a picture of what life would have been like thousands of years ago. These written accounts detail an almost unlimited amount of topics, but it's those that we don't understand that interest us the most. An interesting book has just allegedly been found in Egypt, with the finders saying that the book seems to be thousands of years old, and is written in a language that they couldn't translate. They posted some photographs to social media in the hopes that someone would be able to translate it, and offer up some information about its origins. The man said the book was discovered close to the Giza Plateau by a local tour guide, and that he was able to hold it and take some photographs. He said that its current location is unknown, but suggested it's likely being sold in an underground marketplace, something that's quite common when it comes to these types of discoveries. One person suggested that because of the eye, this book may help the reader contact a higher power, detailing that they think it's written in an ancient language. The Eye of Horus is a powerful ancient Egyptian symbol, and it's also known as the all-seeing eye. It symbolizes protection, rebirth, and resurrection. The man who posted the images said he couldn't hold it for long, but noted that he could tell it was old. He described that there appeared to be at least 2 languages, or 2 forms of writing that he wasn't able to decipher. The man's comments were translated and reads as follows. An interesting discovery was made south of Cairo, close to the left bank of the Nile. A mystic book with unknown writing was found, but all of us who laid hands on it couldn't read it, nor translate it. The eye, which is similar to the Eye of Horus, leads us to believe this book could be powerful. After all, this couldn't be the first time that such a book has been discovered. Those of us who laid eyes on it were only allowed to touch it for a short time, and during which I was able to take some photographs. The book appeared to be made from the same material as old papyri, and it felt very delicate. The writing looked old, and I wasn't able to identify any words from it. I want to share this and hear what others think. One user said the following: "The book certainly looks old, and it would make sense that a book of this would exist, as ancient Egypt is known to have the Eye of Horus which they worshipped. They viewed it as a symbol of protection, so it would make sense that you'd find it on an old book. The ancient Egyptians put this symbol on everything, as they viewed it as a good luck charm. As for the book's authenticity, there's a lot of money to be made with these types of discoveries, especially if they're sold through marketplaces that aren't regulated. It could be genuine, but then it could be a recreation, or a flat-out hoax. Until an Egyptologist has taken a look at it and conducted a variety of tests, I don't think we can come to a conclusion about its origins. Interestingly, some suggested that it may have been a recreation of a book that once existed, and recreations is something that has been observed in Egypt. For decades, a group of archaeologists have been working to excavate the Saqqara necropolis, or the City of the Dead. This necropolis was in the ancient capital of Memphis. Inside is filled with ornate tombs, obvious that this particular necropolis was reserved for royalty. Nearby, in a dig taking place in September of 2018, Egyptologist Kamil Kovakovic and his team were working in an area between the Pyramid of Djoser, the oldest pyramid in the world, and the Dry Moat, a long rectangular ditch surrounding the pyramid. It was here that they discovered something out of the ordinary. When the tombs of royalty or other important people are uncovered, they're often filled with grave goods symbolizing their importance. Some are even labeled with hieroglyphics. Modern hieroglyphics have been around since roughly the 32nd century BC, with the first full sentences appearing in the 28th century BC. The written language consists of over 1,000 distinct characters, and with this ancient language unlocked, Researchers can decipher all kinds of things about the tombs they decorate, including who they belong to. That was until the dig near the Pyramid of Djoser. Here the team found roughly 500 simple burials. These burials were simple and in no way as neatly done as those of the royals, and one could even call them clumsy. It's thought this could have been a burial site for the working or middle class people. The team went on to say that the embalming was very basic, and the bodies were placed directly into pits in the sand, or into decayed wooden coffins. Although the coffins had much damage, and were often found empty from looters, one coffin remained intact enough for the team to study. On the lid where the name of the deceased would often go, were what is best referred to as imitation hieroglyphics. They didn't make one bit of sense. The researchers believed that possibly the painter was illiterate and simply tried to recreate glyphs that they'd seen before. Furthermore, figures of Anubis, guardian of the underworld, were painted blue instead of as usual black. They described the coffin as beautifully clumsy. Some believe that although the burials are simple and nowhere near as grand as those of the royals, everyday people still practice the same funeral practices. As we've come to learn, the mummification and burial process held great religious beliefs in Egyptian culture. Great tombs aimed at supplying a glorious afterlife. Maybe this was just one person's attempt at giving their loved ones a chance of having one as well. So what do you make of this mysterious book? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below. It'd help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.